Shalom, this is Yah is Magnified, and I'm back with another informative video. Today's video is titled, Challenge Complete, Notice of Case Closure. But before I tackle this subject, as always, I must state for the record, I'm not a lawyer, I do not practice law, and I do not pretend to. All my videos are for informational and educational purposes only. They are all facts and all truth. Nothing more, nothing less. So with that being said, I would like for you all to hit that like button. And also, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. And also hit that notification bell so you all can be notified as I'm dropping these powerful videos. So without further ado, let's get to it. This video will in fact be a testimony, but before I bring my uncle to give his testimony, as always, I would like to go over the documents so you all can see what has transpired in his case prior to him receiving remedy. Now, for those who have been following me for quite some time, you all know that I placed a challenge on YouTube for anyone to partake in, right? And in that challenge, I simply challenge those who believe that they can help you all receive remedy with child support to help someone for free, and that person must just be receiving documents and, not currently on child support, but the agency is trying to place them on child support. So we all have a fresh, clean slate with that individual. But as always, no one accepted my offer. Why? Because they know, like I know, their services don't work. But even though they didn't accept my offer, I still decided to do the challenge myself just to show and prove without a shadow of a doubt that Yah's magnified is absolutely truth, okay? And the Most High is clearly backing me up, because without him, none of this is possible, guys. Like I tell you all in all my videos, all glory and honor to the Most High Yah. His name will be magnified. That's why my channel is called Yah is Magnified, okay? So now, what we have on the screen is in fact the minute order, okay? So now let's go over the document. As it's stamped at the top, it says placed in the minutes. Again, my Mr. Marcus, who is the same individual on all the documents, okay? We filed our initial documents in 2020, but we're just hearing back from them in 2023. So they tried to bring my back in court because they had a 3-year period, to bring him into the court. If they didn't do it within the 3 years, then we could have simply motioned to dismiss the case. So they waited for the last day to schedule a hearing. So they had a hearing on March the 2nd, 2023. And now this is the hearing officer recommendations for that hearing, okay? So now, as you all can see where it says appearance, they states that the custodial parent did not appear, right? That's why there's no check beside it. But it states that the non-custodial parent, who they claim to be Marcus, appeared. And they also states that the Child Support Enforcement Agency attorney appeared, okay? And they checked paternity, stating that the court ordered DNA testing, okay? So now let's go to the second page so we can read exactly what the second page states. Okay, so now as you all can see, this is in fact the second page. Let's pick this up in the highlighted area where it states other, and it reads, all objections to the jurisdiction are overruled. DNA is ordered. So now the hearing officer didn't like that Ma'ak was objecting to the jurisdiction, so she turned around and ordered DNA testing, okay? But highlighted in red, it states what? Right of appeal. It states, either party may request a hearing before the district court judge by filing a written exception with the clerk of court within 5 days from the hearing date, excluding Saturdays, Sundays, or legal holidays. The hearing officer name I crossed out, and the attorney working for the Child Support Enforcement Agency name are also crossed out, okay? So that's exactly what we did. We filed a written exception. To further prove that, let's go to the order granting the hearing on the written exception. Let's go there. Okay, so now as you all can see on the screen, this is in fact the order setting the hearing on Ma'ak's written exception and objection to the hearing officer recommendations. So now let's read it. It states, order. It is hereby ordered that this matters. Defendant's exception/objection to hearing officer recommendations is set for hearing on Wednesday, May blank, 2023 at 9:30 a.m. So again, guys, this hearing was set back on May, right, which was 4 months ago, guys, and there is no order of support entered into this case as of today, okay? But we do have a notice of case closure, all right? I'm going to provide that as well. And this order was signed on back in April 2023, right? By what? By the district court judge, again. And it said, please notice, again, my Marcus at this address and the Child Support Enforcement Agency attorney at their address, okay? And that's the endorsement seal, all right? So again, this hearing was held 4 months ago, guys, and there is no order establishing support on the record, okay? Because my applied pressure. To further prove that, let's call the clerk of court for you all can hear her say it herself, okay? Without further ado, let's go there.
Clerk's office.
Hey, how you doing today? I have a question about a case. Yes, the case number is dash F,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just wondering, is there a final written order of support into that case?
Is it for child support?
Yes, it was a hearing for the written exception slash objection on May 2023. But I was wondering, is there a written order in the case?
No, I
Oh,
don't see any.
okay, so now, as you all just heard from the clerk of court, there is no support order entered into this case. We had a hearing 4 months ago, okay? So instead of them putting the order in for dismissal, the attorney general just simply dropped the case, okay? To further prove that, let's go to the notice of case closure. Without further ado, let's go there. Okay, so now as you all can see on the screen, this is in fact the text message that my aunt sent me last night, Wednesday, September the 20th. This is in fact the non-custodial parent notice of closure. If you all can see, there is no file stamp on the document, so I had my aunt go down there today to get the document and file it into the court before you can receive a file stamp on it so it can be placed in the record, okay? So now, this is where my aunt sent me after that. And you all can see it sent that to me at 8:30 p.m. Okay, so again, let's go to the file stamp copy now, so you all can see that he did file it into the district court, just to get it placed on the record. So let's go there. Okay, so now as you all can see on the screen, this is in fact my aunt standing outside the court building with a file stamp copy of the document that he received from the clerk of the court, okay? Now let's go over the document. The document is dated for September the 16th, 2023, which is this month, this year. The title of the document is Non-Custodial Parent Notice of Closure, okay? Again, my aunt, Mr. Marcus, I crossed his address out. And again, the file stamp was today, September the 21st, 2023, which is Thursday, okay? The case number I crossed out, the custodial parent name I crossed out, and it reads, Dear Marcus, the state of Louisiana has closed your child support case with the custodial parent. CSE will no longer pursue the court order for child and or medical support, including health insurance. So again, guys, he never had a court order, okay? That's why I called the clerk of court, so you all can see that he never had a court order. So basically what they did was they just stopped trying to pursue after him. Why? Because he challenged the jurisdiction. He stood firm. He didn't take the DNA. He didn't do anything. He just stood firm. Like I tell you guys, you must be willing to stand strong. So now that we went over everything, without further ado, let's get to the testimony. As promised, I got my Ock on the phone. You ready, Ock?
Yes, sir.
All right, the floor is yours.
All right, man. Well, my situation, it was back in, I think it started around 2020.
Yep.
I had reached out to you. That was around the time you and the other cat had y'all little back and forth going on, and you put out a challenge. Just so
Yep.
happened, it just so happened, for me that I was communicating with you, and I happened to be the lucky dude to be used for the challenge. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because you said pick one person, post their little, everything that's going on, and you can't charge them a dime. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And shit, I ain't gonna lie, you ain't charged me a dime. You know what I mean? You did exactly what you said you was gonna do, and shit, you even did a little more than what you did. Now that I think about it, because I had been doing other stuff, and one time I asked, I actually went on YouTube and I said, let me see what he got going on, and I ran across an update video that I didn't even know about. You didn't even tell me about that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Yeah.
tripping. And that was probably what, maybe a year or something into the case. I can't remember. I can't remember exactly how long it was, but you had did the little update on it, and you called. You had it on your thing. They can go check it out. You know what I'm saying? When you called and checked on the case, and they said wasn't nothing going on.
Yep.
Yeah. So moving forward, it was like 3 years. It took it when I filed the paperwork that you had told me to file, you sent me or whatever. It took 3 years for me just to get a court date, man.
3 whole years.
3 years, and from what I know about child support, that's unheard of. I don't. You probably ain't never had a person that you helped that it took 3 years just to get their first court date.
Never. This was my first time that ever happened. First time ever.
I'm gonna tell you that paperwork was so fire. They had never seen nothing like it. They didn't know what to do. They was like, man, we just gonna put this in the back for a little while. We're gonna figure that out later. I'm talking about, hey, what it was? I filed about, man, 4, 5 documents that you had sent me to file that pretty much just covering everything. You know what I'm saying? And man, it took me 3 years just to get my first court date, bro. 3
Yeah.
years, man.
Three.
So when I finally get my court date, it was crazy because you know I was hitting him too at the same time when I filed, like you told me. So he already knew how I was coming from the paperwork that was being filed. So it was crazy because I ended up being the last person in the courtroom. Man, there's probably about 50 people in here. They
Right.
getting them in and getting them out, getting them in, getting them out. Oh yeah, child support order this, child support $500, $1,000. I'm just like, damn, they're killing them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just sitting back chilling, you know, waiting on to call my name. Man, I look up, ain't nobody else in the damn courtroom but me.
Right.
I'm like, damn, they made me wait last. You know what I'm saying? So I
That's what they
man,
usually do.
huh?
I said that's what they usually do.
Man, look,
Yeah.
they don't
They save us
usually
for
do
last.
that. Hey, look, that ain't normal. I know why they did it. It was because of that paperwork. But
Right.
other
Yeah.
than that, if it had nothing to do with that, and I would just happen to be the last person to get called. Okay, yeah. But no, that ain't why I was the last person.
Yeah.
That paperwork. Look,
Put them to bed.
man, look, I sat here and watched the same caseworker, DA dude. Everybody come up. He pull out his little folder, pull out the paperwork, blah 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 blah. The judge said, okay, 300 or 400, whatever. Man, why come he didn't even want to call my name? He
Right.
didn't even want to call me up there, man.
Right.
So I'm just sitting there, like I say, 4 or 5 minutes after everybody was already gone, and I'm just still sitting there. So the
Right.
judge or the magistrate or whatever, she was like, "Oh, well, what's going on with him? Why is he still sitting here?" So the DA dude or whatever, he was looking. He was like, "Well, Your Honor, he didn't even know what to say, man." So
Right.
she just told me to come on up there. You know what I'm saying? So I go up there. I got my little paperwork with me or whatever. So she was like, "Okay, well, what's going on?" And he was like, "Well, he's one of those sovereign citizens," and I'm like, "Sovereign citizen?" You know
What
what
is
I'm saying?
that?
Because I filed some paperwork, I'm a sovereign. Because I ain't bowing down, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't just going along with the flow. I'm a
Exactly.
sovereign citizen, you know what I'm saying?
You already know it.
Yeah. Like, man, shit. I said, no, that objection. I ain't no sovereign citizen. I'm a man.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I don't understand what's going on because he already know everything. He got my paperwork. Every other person that came up here, he pulled out their stuff. Why he ain't pulling out mine? I'm like,
Right.
I told her, like, I don't even know if you aware of what's going on, but if you want to see, I got copies of everything that I filed. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So she was like, well, first we need to swear you in. And it was like, raise your right hand. I was like, well, I can't swear in. She was like,
Right.
what you mean you can't swear in?
Right.
I said, well, that's against my religion. I can't swear in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she was like, well, we have to swear you in. I said, well, I can affirm that my yes is my yes and my no is my no, but I
Yeah.
can't swear. Man, she looked at me. She said, oh, you're one of those. One of those? I'm like, what you mean one of those? She said, well, okay, moving forward. And I said, well, ma'am, here go a copy of everything that I filed right here. You can take a look since he don't want to, pull out the stuff. Here go right here. I gave her all the paperwork. She looked at it. She just flipping the pages like this. Okay, well we're gonna just order you to go over here to the D. I said, no, wait. Can we talk about my paperwork first? Like,
Right.
I'm like, did you even look at it? She was like, oh yeah, I seen it, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It don't matter.
Right.
I'm like, well, wait a minute. We're gonna order you to go to the DNA place, and da 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 da. This and this and that. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So boom. I leave. I get to the car. I hit you up, and I was like, hey, man, this what happened. You said, hey, go right back in there and go get a copy of the order.
Yep.
Boom. I go back in there to the clerk. They was like, well, we ain't got it yet because, it just happened. So it's going to take about a week. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, man, stuff like that usually only got like 10 days to respond or file, you know what I'm saying? So I
Right.
went back down to the basement. Man, tell me why come I got down there, I hit the corner, I'm going up in there. They up in there talking about me. I ain't lying. They up in there talking about me. So I
Yeah.
walked in, they look up, and I was like, excuse me. I was trying to see if I can get a copy of that order. So the sheriff, little bailiff or whatever, she said, well, wait a minute, let me go holler at the DA dude. So she went and hollered at him, and he came out. Man, tell me why come the dude gave me the paper, man.
Yeah.
Look, the dude said, oh, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I'm looking like, what the hell he telling me sorry for? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dude he didn't want to mess with me, man. That paperwork had him so shook. Look, he was apologizing to me,
Yeah.
giving me the order like, hey, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So I get the little paperwork, boom, holler at you, send it to you. You say, well, okay, boom, go do this, go file this. I go do that. I file that. And what it was like an appeal, or I had to
Yeah.
go see a real judge then. You know
Right.
what
Yeah.
I mean? So I go up in there, I did my thing. You know, the judge was acting like I didn't know what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because they really tripping me because I ain't got no lawyer with me. I'm in by myself. There's a whole lot of other people here dealing with all kind of other stuff. So I'm coming out with my paperwork. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy because
Okay. So the call just dropped, but we back. So I can pick it back up when you was talking about the going before the real judge.
okay. Yeah, I went to the after I had filed the other paper, then I had to go to the real judge or whatever for the appeal or whatever. So he was trying to, take the magistrate side, saying that, well, I looked at all your paperwork and blah blah blah, and I'ma still order you to go do the DNA. You know what I mean? And I was like, well, did you see my paperwork that I filed for that? He said,
Right.
yes, I seen that too. And I'm like, well, so I mean, are you telling me my paperwork ain't no good or something? Like, what's wrong? He said, well, I'm just going to say that, you have to go back and do the DNA or whatnot. So
Right.
I was like, well, so none of my paperwork it don't matter what I filed, right? He was like, well, I'm not saying that, but I'm going to order you to go to the DNA place. I was like, well, okay. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I had got back with you and I told you, look, man, he said they was going to still, order me to go do that.
Right.
Get with you. You shoot me the paperwork. I go file that other paperwork.
Yep.
Now they telling me I'm supposed to have another court date coming up, but I ain't never getting no court date, right? So I'm just waiting.
Right.
I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. I ain't heard nothing from nobody. I call you. I say, hey man, I ain't heard nothing yet. You say, well, call down there, see if anything added. I call down there and everything ain't nothing added. I done
Yeah.
went down there a few times, ain't nothing added, So I'm like, well, damn, what the hell going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, why I ain't got no court date or nothing yet? Like, why they ain't said nothing? So I
Yep.
hollered at you and I was like, man, these people they ain't sending me nothing. You was like, just wait, man. They gonna dismiss it.
Yep.
Wait, just wait. They gonna dismiss it. I'm like, all right,
Yep.
all right.
Yep.
So I'll wait a little while longer, I end up calling down there and talk to the dang clerk, right? So I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to find out about my case, give them my information. She said, okay, well, I don't see an actual order to go to the DNA place, but I'm looking at the minutes of the court. And the minutes of the court saying that the judge said he was ordering you to go to the DNA place. And I'm like, well, look, ma'am, I understand that. But what I'm saying is I need a copy of the order
Right.
that the
Yep.
judge signed saying that I got to go do that. Well, we
Right.
don't have an order signed by the judge. I'm like, well, she was like, I think you need to contact the the children and family. I said, no, I ain't contacting them for nothing. I don't want to talk to them.
Right. Yeah.
But I know that I'm not going to no DNA place unless that judge sign it and say I got to go do it. She said, well,
Right.
it looks like y'all had a verbal agreement. I said, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that you can come to court and do a verbal agreement and it ain't got to be on paper? She said, well, I'm just telling you what's in the minutes. I was like, well, no. You know, I ain't, I'm not calling nobody. I'm just going to wait for them to contact me. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, ain't nobody never contact me. Nobody never contact me. I ain't heard from nobody. I don't know how many months that was since the last time.
That was like I think it was March. Uh-oh. We lost him again, guys. Hold on. Let me see if I get him back. Hold on. All right, my bad, guys. We back. You know, we having technical difficulties, but we back. All right, you can finish. You can finish, Ark.
Hey, you already know what it is, man. Hey, they
It's
trying to
crazy,
stop
man.
it. They trying to figure out a way. Hey, they messing with your stream yard or something, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? Just keep turning off. You know what I mean?
It's crazy because shit, man. Oh man, look, you ain't never had this problem before, have you?
Nah, I don't know why they keep turning off. Yeah,
This shit crazy, man. That shit, they don't want to let us finish this shit, man. They don't want nobody to hear this.
exactly. All that proof, I'm showing. You know, hey, we documented the whole thing from the beginning all the way to now. You see, from the very beginning, all this is documented from the very beginning to now. So it's no way somebody come on here and say that I'm a fraud when they just witnessed me do the whole thing with you from the beginning.
Hey, look, man. Hey, look, they can say what the hell they want to say. Shit, I got all my damn paperwork. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
I got
we
all my damn paperwork to prove this shit ain't no motherfucking game. This shit real.
yeah,
And really, I mean, if somebody really needs some help with this shit, man, only thing I can say is shit. They need to holler at you. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit real. This shit ain't no game. You know, I got all my paperwork to prove this shit. This shit ain't no game or nothing like that. But what I was saying before the thing cut us off again.
That we didn't hear back from them. They never put the
Yeah.
order in.
I ain't never heard nothing back. I was calling, you know, and like I said, I was talking to the clerk, and she was talking about me and the judge had a verbal agreement on the DNA, and I'm like, nah, he can't order me on no verbal. You know, I gotta have an order or whatnot. So, because I needed to file, you know, I was like, well, we need the order so we can go on and file something else, but they ain't never said no order. You know what I mean? They ain't never said nothing.
Exactly. And another thing.
I don't think, really, I don't think he could have signed no order. To tell you the truth, that's what I think.
Yeah.
I don't, huh?
You're right.
Yeah, I don't really think he could have, but if he could have did it, they would went on and he would have signed the order. You see what I'm saying? But he was trying to tell me at the same time he gonna order me to do it, and he read my paperwork. I think I'm gonna tell you what I really think it was. He didn't want to bow down in front of all them people in the courtroom. Cause I'm telling him, did you look at my paperwork? Did you look at this? Did you look at this? Did you look at this? He said, I seen everything, you know. But I believe he already knew they couldn't do nothing. He already knew it, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't want to just say, well, you know what? Because he kept on asking me, like, well, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I want to move to dismiss with prejudice. You know, that's what I want to do. He was like, well, we can't do that. I'm going to have to order you, you know. And I'm like, you looked at all my paperwork and you saying that you gonna order me to go over there? All the time, I think he knew he couldn't do nothing. He just didn't want to let me win. You know what I'm saying? In front of all them people. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy because look, when my stuff was over with, I go to walk out the courtroom. Man, the sheriff said, hey, hold up for a minute. Wait for me outside. So I'm standing in the hallway. I'm like, damn, what the hell the sheriff want? The sheriff come out there and say, hey, man, you know, have you ever tried to get an attorney to help you with this? I said, attorney to help? I said, brother, man. I said, what is an attorney gonna do for me with child support? But except try to get my payments low. Or you know, he ain't gonna help me win this. He was like, well, you know, man, he he was trying to help you out. I said, yeah, he was trying to help me out, but I really believe he know that what my paperwork saying is right. He just
Right.
don't want to tell me it's right. He was like,
Yeah.
well, look, you know, you need to try to get an attorney. I was like, nah, man, I'm not finna get no attorney to help me
Right.
with this. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But man, to make a long story short, I ended up getting the paperwork saying that it was dismissed.
Yeah. Closed.
You know what I'm
Case
saying?
closed. Yeah.
Yeah, I ended up getting the paper. What it took like about what that was? It took a few months.
Yeah. Yeah. The hearing was in May, so we now in September, and you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
received it.
It took a few months. It
Yeah.
took a
Yeah.
few months.
That's like 4 months.
Yeah, yeah. It took a few months. It
Right.
took a few months.
Yeah.
But to make a long story short, shit, I sent you the paper.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna post everything. You know, I'm gonna post everything.
Okay, okay.
I did
Yeah.
everything you told me to do. You told me to post everything. You said only post your first name. Don't post nothing
Yeah.
else. And that's what I did. You see. And also after this, I'm gonna show screenshots of the text messages we had from the very beginning too. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it'll be no doubts about by the time it's over with, it's a wrap for anybody on the internet. You know what I mean? After this,
Yeah.
you see. So
Man,
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. These cats that's doing that, I don't even know why they be playing with you like that, man. Cause really, if they really want to learn, they just need to just holler at you on a man to man note. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, help me out, man. You know, instead of steady trying to look, I ain't seen not one person that deal with child support yet that
Right.
proved that they actually won a case for somebody,
Right.
or I ain't seen not one person that's trying to help people on there not try to come at you to try to act like you ain't doing what you supposed to do. You
Yeah,
see
man.
what
They
I'm
just jealous. That's
saying?
jealousy and hate, man.
And look, and every one of them that play with you, you just gonna run them in the ground.
That's it.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it,
You
man.
gonna hey.
Yeah, yeah.
I was looking at that last video that you had just did about the other cat that's tripping.
Oh yeah, the paralegal, the child support paralegal.
Hey,
The guy still on
hey,
child support, man.
hey,
Yeah.
look, they gonna learn the hard way. Let them keep on playing. They
Oh
gonna
yeah.
keep on playing with you, and hey, they gonna get put on blast every
They,
time.
they gonna keep it on. Hey, I keep telling everybody, man. None of these cats can show proof that they off. Not near one of them. And I have proof. I have proof that near one of them is off. That's why they can't show. That's why they can't show dismissal documents because I have their cases. I could do the same thing to everybody I did to him. I could do them to them. I could simply
Yeah,
call the court building and let the clerk of court tell everybody the same thing that I'm saying about this cat about all the rest of them. I could
yeah,
do that. I got the documents. I got the paperwork. I got everything about them. So I
yeah,
know for a fact them dudes ain't never won a case, and it's just
yeah.
crazy.
But look, this one thing I want to know, man. I'm gonna ask you something. What really made you just get into what you do? What really made you get into the child support thing?
Oh, I was on child support myself. You know what I mean? I was going back and forth, so I had to study. Because I told myself I was gonna get off this thing even if it killed me. That was my whole goal. And then once I got off, I was never planning to make a channel or anything. I was gonna just win and let that be it. But then my father, before he passed away, rest his soul, he told me to come on there and show everybody that it can really be done. Because he seen me following everybody else, trying to learn their ways, and I was losing every time. So he said, see, now that you learned the true way, then show everybody that it could be done and let them know that the guys that you did reach out to, they don't have an understanding of what they're talking about. So there's no need to continue to go to them and explain why they don't have the understanding that they believe they have. And I've been doing that ever since. I've been breaking it down ever since, showing everybody the proper way of going, and I'm showing everybody I'm also showing everybody the way not to go. You see?
Yeah,
So it's best to know what not to do before you can learn what to do. That happened to me. I learned what not to do first, and then I started to learn what to do by my mistakes. So the mistakes I made, I learned how to correct them, and I read the orders to a T, and I started searching every word in those orders to see what it means. And then I started to compare that to my situation, and I said, well, I could use this to undo this, and this. And that's how I won.
yeah. I mean, see, because it's like it's new people that's tuning in probably to your channel that don't know your story. You know what I'm saying? A lot of
Yeah,
people don't even know, like what you had went through yourself with the shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Man, I spent blood, sweat, and tears in this. That's why I try to tell everybody, this is not just something that I'm here to do. You know, this was ordained, man. You know, like the Most High placed me to do this. That's why I keep coming back to back to back to back to back.
Yeah.
To be honest, man, another brother, we just won in Texas, right? But because he
Yeah.
don't live in Texas, now Texas is trying to send it to his state. So now we're gonna fight in the state. If they decide to send the documents to his state, we're gonna fight. But if they weren't gonna do that, I was gonna bring him on next to have him come and give his testimony too. But I have hit dismissal in Texas, so Texas now gonna try to send it to his state. And the moment they do, we're gonna apply pressure in his state to make him send it back down to Texas. And Texas can't do nothing because that's why they send it up to his state. You
Yeah.
see?
Yeah.
It's gonna get real bad. Like the information I'm showing, you know, I already showed the appeal being dismissed in Texas court, right? Then I had another brother for the same appeal. They sent his court back down. They sent his case back down to the smaller court. We got that vacated. So now in that case, we're just waiting for the order of dismissal. That's it. We have everything in place. I'm just showing everybody that everything I'm saying is true, and can no one debunk or rebut anything that I'm saying. Can no one show proof like me? Only thing they can do is come on and hate, because they hate to see the truth, and they hate the love that I'm receiving. They hate to see me come on here and smile. Remember, they were telling me that I wasn't showing my face. Now I'm showing my face. Now they hate me even more because they hate to see how I look. They hate to see me smiling, having a good time with you guys, giving y'all testimonies. But I just here to just grind it up in their face, man. Just rub it all in. You see?
Yeah.
Yeah, just rub it all in, man.
A lot of people try to judge a book by its cover. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you just don't know what's behind the face.
Oh, yeah,
Because
exactly.
what you do, bro, that ain't just no. I mean, the average person can't do that. If that's the case, they'll all be doing it. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You gotta really be smart and have that knowledge to grab that information and hold on to it and know how to use it, because man, this shit right here, man, child support is so fucking tricky. Man, they got so many angles that they come in. It ain't just one way. They come
Right.
all kind of ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like you didn't pretty much mastered it, because it's like it don't matter where you at in the case, whether it's finna start, whether it already started, whatever, you already know what to do. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I try to tell. I got a couple of partners, man. I'll be like, look, bro, only thing I can do is just tell you, you know, when I get my paperwork, I'm gonna show you. Now watch when I show my partner, look. I already sent it to one of my other people that I have been trying to get to call you. I'm like, look, man, look, what it say? Case closed. I told you, my boy, the truth. Matter of fact, one of my other buddies just texted me that got some other stuff going on too. I'm finna send it to him when we get done. I'm gonna send it to him and be like, hey, remember I told you about my boy? No, matter of fact, I think he got in touch with you one time. He got in touch with you one time, but he didn't move forward with his though. He didn't. I guess he just wasn't believing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's like what happened. Yeah,
watch
this.
Watch this. Hey, he probably be hitting you up today when I send him this. When I send him this paper, man.
Yeah. And then after this, you can also send him the video after I post it. You see? Yeah. So you see everything. You can see me. You can see you telling the truth. Everything is the truth. You know what I mean? So they hate the truth, but the truth is the truth.
Man, I just don't understand, like, these cats that's trying to trip with you about what you got going on. Man, they see that you winning. They see that they know this shit you doing is real. But why come they just don't try to be a man and just holler at you, be like, look, man, you know, I need your help, bro. Can you help me with my situation? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's pride. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some niggas got too much pride.
Yeah, it's pride. Yeah, they have too much pride, man. And because they have too much pride, you know, they refuse to admit to the truth until self-destruction happens. And then that's why when you go back and look at these cats channels, they basically don't even post like that no more. They barely even come on them. You know, a lot of these channels don't even talk about child support no more after I finish them off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Hey, that's what I say. Every last one of them that play with you, shit.
Yeah, it's the truth. Yeah. You cannot fight or beat the truth, because the truth is the truth no matter what.
Yeah.
You see? You can't change the truth. The truth is going to be the truth. The truth is going to outlast anything. And that's why I've been outlasting everyone, because I'm the truth. You know, the Most High supports me. That's why my channel is called Yah's Magnified for a reason. because I'm magnifying the name of the Most High, because I know the Most High walked with me in my case, and through my situation, he gave me a journey, or he gave me a job to do, to show everybody, tell people it can be done. You see? Now, this
Well,
is on the
man,
people
look,
who want to learn and do it. It's on them.
yeah. Well, that's what I'm gonna say, man. I'm glad that I met you. I appreciate everything you done for me. You ain't charged me nothing. You kept it 100 with me, just like you said. You know, you didn't wait until later on and be like, "Well, hey, man, you know, I've been doing this for you. I've been doing this, man. You know, hey, I'm gonna need something. You know, I'm gonna need something from you." Now, you ain't never do that. You said you was gonna help me for free because it was a challenge. You was real with me all the way to the end. Anytime I hollered at you, you was always available. You always hit me back. You know what I'm saying? But man, look, anybody that needs your help, bro, I highly recommend they go on and holler at you and go and let you help them, bro. Cause you the truth, you the real deal. You know what I call you. You know, I
Yep.
call you Akavelli. You the Tupac of paperwork.
You
You
already
feel me?
know it. Hey, we ain't playing, man. You know what I'm saying? It's no joke.
Hey, holler at Akavelli. Let them go on and handle your damn shit and get your shit done, bro. As long as,
Exactly.
hey, look, long as they ain't scared to go down there and file that paperwork, that's it. You just
Yeah, they
can't be
got
scared. You just got to go do it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
and you
And
got to
I
be willing to
understand.
fight the fight.
Yeah, I understand. Like I told you earlier, a lot of people don't want to go in no courtroom, period. You know what I'm saying? But it
Right,
really depends on the person. Just
right.
like Pac say, do you want to ride or die? You gonna ride and go handle your business, or you gonna sit there and just bow down and let the people just do whatever they want to do to you? You
And
know what
that
I'm
that's that,
saying?
and that's exactly what majority of them do. Like I stated, it took you 3 years to get something that could have been done that same day, but they wanted to hold off. So that's why I tell everybody, this is a fight, man. They want to wait you out. They want to see if you forget. They want to, they're trying to find any type of ways to try to trick you. So you have to be willing to fight the good fight. You just can't quit. Because once you
Yeah,
quit the fight, then it's over with. And then you can't come back to me crying after you quit, saying,
yeah,
"Oh,
yeah, yeah.
well, it didn't work." No, you quit. If you quit, of course it don't work. But you have to stand firm. This is a fight, guys. I tell everybody, it's
Yeah,
a fight. You see,
yeah.
3 years. Man, you 3 years from the start to now. 3 whole years.
Hey, you remember what I had told you? You remember what I had told you? Because after 2 years it went by and I ain't got no court date, I said, man, you know what? I said, they got that paperwork that I filed on a bulletin board.
Right,
They up in that motherfucker studying that paperwork, trying to figure out, like, what the hell? Where did he get this shit from?
right.
Like, what, you know? I said,
They
I said,
probably think,
every new caseworker that's coming in the office now, they saying, hey, you need to study that right there on the board right there. You need to study that. If you
yeah,
can figure that out, then you can work in this office. Man,
exactly.
it ain't no way around it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
It ain't no way
yeah.
around it. But that's what they were trying to do, man. For 3 years, they were trying to figure out, like, man, what can we do to beat
Right.
this damn shit? Ain't nobody never filed nothing like this before.
Yep.
Man, nobody never filed nothing like, man, look, this case where I'm at, this gonna be a case that they remember for a long time. You see what
Yep.
I'm saying? Because
Yep.
they don't like to lose. They don't want to lose. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And
Yep.
then I ain't had no lawyer.
Yep.
You see what
By
I'm
yourself.
saying? I ain't had no lawyer.
Yep.
Shit.
You went in there by
But
yourself. You stood firm. You stood strong,
yeah,
and you got the result. You got the result you desire.
yeah. But man, like I said, I appreciate everything you did for me. Man, I'm finna be telling everybody, like I was telling people before, because I already believe you. I already know. I see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no doubt in my mind that I was gonna get the results that I got. It just took a little while, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But anytime that you feel like, well, damn, man, they got me, I can't win, and then holler at you, you say, hey, boom, I'm finna see you just go file this. It ain't gonna stop. You see
Yeah.
what
Don't
I'm
stop.
saying?
Yeah.
Hey,
The fight don't stop. You have to
the
keep fighting the good
paperwork,
fight.
hey, look, the paperwork is unlimited.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
For whatever they talking about, you got something for it.
Yep. And the whole
You see
thing
what
about it is
I'm
I
saying?
be drafting them up right then and there.
Man, look, they ain't never seen that kind of paperwork, man. They ain't never seen it.
Yeah.
They ain't. I know they ain't never seen it. I don't know
Yep.
nobody that it took 3 years to get a damn
Court case.
your first
Court date.
court date, bro. 3 years,
Exactly.
man.
3 years,
3
Hey,
years, man.
the funny part about it, they waited until the last day to file for that hearing because they had
Yeah,
3 years to the date to file for the hearing. They waited
yeah.
that last
What
day
that
before.
was like, what it was like at the 3 year mark, they got to just dismiss it or something, right?
Right. I guess they tried again to see, maybe they can try to trick you into believing that they had some type of
Yeah,
jurisdiction or they can force you to do something. But they
yeah,
found out everything your paperwork said you was gonna go and do anyways. So they just wanted to try and see if you was gonna really do what you said you was gonna do.
yeah.
Come to find
That's
out, they
crazy.
witnessed it. They got
They
rid of it.
they waited almost until the deadline, the 3 year
Yeah.
mark.
Yep.
That's
Right before
crazy.
it.
Yeah.
Yep. All
Well,
right,
man,
but I ain't gonna hold
yeah. I appreciate everything you did, man. I'm
you.
spreading the word. I'm telling everybody I know, even people that been on child support. Man, look, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I feel so good. I might go down there and post up at the damn family court. I might go down there and post up at the family court and be like, "Hey, man, look, email this number right here, man. Email
Yep.
this number, bro. If,
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
want, if you want to handle this shit, email this number, man."
Yeah. It's all truth, Ak. It's all truth.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I'd like to say you're welcome, Ak, and also thank you for believing in me and let me handle your situation. You see,
yeah,
and it was
yeah,
done. It was all done pro bono. For those who want to be an attorney. You know what I mean? But it was for free. You know?
yeah. And I
Yeah.
appreciate that, man. But
Oh,
hey, look, you helped me out with that, man. I feel like you a friend. One day I'm gonna have to meet you, bro. I'm gonna have to meet you in person. One
oh yeah,
day
we're going.
we gonna end up hooking up one day in person, bro.
Oh yeah, we're gonna link up. Go
Yeah,
get something to eat and stuff like that. We're gonna
yeah,
link
yeah,
up. I'm
yeah.
I'm I'm most definitely gonna come to Louisiana. Ak, most
Yeah,
definitely.
man. Come on down here, man.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah, yeah. I come down to holler at you personally. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're gonna link up, man. I'll bring the wife and the kids down there,
Hey,
man. Fly
look.
out there, chill out for a little
Hey, look.
bit.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Whenever you ready, I'm gonna give you an open invitation right now, bro. I got your room. I got all your food you're gonna eat while you're here. All you gotta do is just get here. You see what I'm
I
saying? I'm gonna
I
put you up
my
at one of them nice casino hotels up there, Horseshoe or something.
I want you. I my man.
Hey, look, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep my word just like you kept yours.
yeah, yeah. 100% true. You know what I mean? It's all true. You see?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep
But
my word, bro.
I really appreciate that. All right, so you guys heard it from him. Everything is factual. Everything is true. He went with me from start to finish. Go back and watch my old videos. I put them in the description box. So, and also at the end of this video, I'm going to again put up the text message, meaning the emails between us from start to finish, so you all can see how everything came to be and how I started system for free. All right. So, uh, with that being said, you all need my help. Hit me up at my email at yahismagnified@gmail.com. Let's get this right wisdom, this right knowledge, and this right understanding. So, with that being said, I say shalom, my Ak.
Shalom.
All right, Ak. You be blessed out there.
All right, Akavelli.
All right, peace, Ak.
Peace, man.